Canto 36. What is it about? Gods interrupt the amorous pastimes of Lord Shiva and his consort, Goddess Uma, on which she curses gods, including Mother Earth. The aforesaid sage Vishwamitra, having concluded his speech, both the heroes Sri Ram and Lakshman hailed with joy the story of the two daughters of Himavan told by him and spoke as follows to Vishwamitra, the foremost of sages. You have narrated, holy sir, this most excellent story capable of conferring merit on those who hear it. Be pleased now to give a detailed account of Ganga, the elder daughter of Himavan, relating to her celestial and earthly career, since you know these details. With what motive did the world purifying stream choose to wash all three regions, heaven, earth, and the space, intervening them? How did the Ganga, which takes a threefold course, come to be known as the foremost of rivers? With what achievements is she associated in the three worlds? O knower of Dharma, what is right? While Sri Ram, a scion of Kakushtha, was speaking thus, Vishwamitra, who claims ascesis as his only wealth, narrated in extenso in the midst of the rishis that accompanied him the whole story as follows. Seeing Goddess Parvati by his side, O Rama, Lord Shiva, who bears a blue patch on his throat, nay, who is noted for his great asceticism and has just married her, devoted himself to the delights of conjugal bliss. 100 celestial years, equivalent to 36,000 human years, rolled past, and the all-wise Lord Shiva, the supreme deity, while he sported with his spouse. Neither any son nor any daughter was, however, born of her, O Ram, the chastiser of foes. All the gods with Brahma, the progenitor of the entire creation, as their leader, girded up their loins to stop the amorous sport. For they said to themselves, who will be able to bear the glory of the offspring that is born of this divine lady? Approaching him and falling prostrate before him, all the gods addressed to him the following prayer. O Supreme Lord, the adored of all gods, devoted as you are to the good of this universe, be pleased to extend your grace to us, gods, in response to our prostrations. The worlds or their denizen will not be able to bear your glory in the shape of your progeny. O chief of gods, therefore, rich as you are in ascesis in the form of oneness with Brahma, desist from enjoying the delights of connubial bliss and practice austerities along with your divine consort. For the welfare of the three worlds, which is your chief concern, pray retain your vital energy in your own glorious self and thereby preserve all these worlds from destruction. For the son that will be born to you will be extremely glorious and will burn all the three worlds. Pray do not bring upon the extinction of this world. Hearing the remonstrance of the gods, Lord Shiva, the suzerain of Lord of all worlds, said Amen, and further addressed the following words to them all. So the tradition goes, I, along with Uma, shall retain our vital energy by dint of our very glory retentive power. Let the terrestrial globe, as also the other worlds, O gods, live in peace, that is, free from fear of destruction. But who shall receive that vital fluid of mine, unsurpassed as it is, which is already shaken from its seat in the heart? Tell me this, O jewels among gods. Questioned thus by Lord Shiva, the gods thereupon replied to Lord Shiva, who ensign bears the device of a bull, Earth, who is capable of holding everything, will indeed receive the vital fluid that has got dislodged so far. Addressed thus by the gods, the Almighty Lord Shiva, the ruler of gods, let fall his seed by which was covered the entire globe, including the mountains and forests. Thereupon, fearing lest the earth may be cracked by being covered on all over by the powerful fluid, the gods further addressed the following prayer to the god of fire that feeds on the sacrificial offerings, accompanied by the wind god and mobilized by him, suck you the mighty seed of Rudra, the god of destruction. Concentrated by fire, assisted by wind god, it now got consolidated into a white mountain and was subsequently transformed into a thicket of white reeds, resplendent as fire and sun, in which was born the exceptionally glorious Kartikeya, so called because he was suckled later on by the deities presiding over the group of stars known by the name of Kritikas, who is accordingly spoken of as fire-born. Highly delighted in mind on that occasion, the gods, including the hosts of rishis that accompanied them, now profusely worshipped Uma and even so Lord Shiva. Thereupon, Uma, daughter of Himavan, with eyes bloodshot through anger, pronounced an imprecation on all gods and angrily addressed them as follows: Since I, who was united with my spouse with the desire of getting a son, have been deterred from the act by you, you shall no longer be able to beget an offspring through your respective consorts. Let your wives remain issueless from this day. Having addressed all the gods as aforesaid, she cursed earth too in the following words: You will have a multiform surface, O earth, and shall have many masters. Agitated by my curse, nor shall you enjoy the delight of having a son, O highly evil-minded lady, since you do not wish that I should have a son. Seeing all this, those gods, tormented by the curse of his spouse, Lord Shiva, the ruler of gods, prepared to proceed in a westerly direction, the quarter ruled over by Varuna, the god of water. Going there, the celebrated Lord Shiva, the supreme divinity, took to asceticism along with his consort, goddess Parvati, on the summit called Himavat Prabha in the northern wing of the celebrated mountain Himalaya. In this way have I told you, O Ram, a detailed account of goddess Uma, daughter of Himavan. Now hear from me, along with Lakshman, the story of the origin of the Ganga too. Thus ends Canto 36 in the Balakand of the glorious Ramayan of Valmiki, a work of a rishi and the oldest epic. Now Canto 37, a detailed account of Kartikeya's birth through Ganga. So we are going to read about the details about Kartikeya's birth in this chapter. At this time, while the divinity Lord Shiva was busy practicing austerities with his consort, goddess Uma, the gods, along with Indra and accompanied by the god of fire as their leader, approached Brahma, the progenitor of the entire creation, seeking to secure a commander for their forces. Falling prostrate before him, all the gods, including Indra, and accompanied by the god of fire as their leader, thereupon addressed the venerable Brahma as follows: O Rama, the delighter of gods. Resorting to supreme asceticism, the Almighty Shiva, O glorious one, by whom a commander for our forces was vouchsafed in the form of seed some time back, is practicing austerities with goddess Uma, his consort. Pray accomplish what should be done next in this connection with the intention of doing good to the worlds. O knower of expedience, since you are our supreme resort. Hearing the submission of the gods, Brahma, the progenitor of the whole universe, addressed the following words to the gods, comforting them with sweet assurances. What has been uttered by goddess Parvati, the daughter of Himavan, viz. That you will have no progeny through your wives, must be true. There is no doubt about it, for her imprecation is unobstructed. Here is the heavenly Ganga, through whom the god of fire will, by placing in her the seed of Lord Shiva, cause to be born a son capable of subduing his enemies, who will turn out to be the commander of the celestial armies. Ganga, the eldest daughter of King of Mountains, will account him as her own son, and that belief of hers will be made much of even by Uma, her younger sister. There is no doubt about it. Satisfied to hear the above reply of Brahma and falling prostrate before him, O scion of Raghu, all the gods venerated him. Reaching the most excellent Kailash, rich in minerals, O Ram, all the divinities urged the god of fire to produce a son fit to command the celestial armies. They said to him, accomplish this object of gods, O exceptionally glorious god of fire. Place in Ganga, the daughter of Himavan, the seed of Lord Shiva born by you. Making a promise to the gods to accomplish their aforesaid purpose and approaching the heavenly Ganga, the god of fire prayed to her as follows. Pray, place in yourself the seed of Lord Shiva, captured by and retained by me, for such is the pleasure of gods. Hearing the aforesaid request of god of fire, the celestial river assumed an ethereal living form. Beholding her exquisiteness of form, the seed of Lord Shiva melted on all sides. The god of fire then impregnated her with her on all sides in such a way that all her veins were saturated with the seeds. O scion of Raghu, burning with that fiery seed and with her mind extremely agonized, Ganga thereupon spoke as follows to the celebrated god of fire, the leader of all gods. I am unable, O shining one, to bear the seed of Lord Shiva, intensified by thy own. The god of fire, who consumes the offerings intended for all gods, made the following reply to Ganga. This seed may kindly be discharged on this offshoot of the Himalayas. Hearing the aforesaid suggestion of the god of fire, the exceptionally glorious Ganga, for her part, expelled from her veins that very moment that most resplendent seed, O sinless Ram. Since it emerged from the body of Ganga, a granddaughter of Sumeru, the mountain of gold, it shone accordingly as molten gold of the purest type. Its residue that fell on the earth turned into gold and silver of matchless splendor. Due to the very severity of its heat, even distant areas were converted into copper and iron. Its dross turned into tin and lead on the earth. In this way, on reaching the earth, the seed of Lord Shiva grew to be various metal. The moment the seed was deposited on earth, really speaking, the entire thicket of white reeds referred to in verse 18 of Canto-36 above, along with the white mountain, was irradiated with its splendor and turned into gold. From that time onward, O scion of Raghu, gold, which shines like fire, came to be known as Jatarupa, because it was at that time that its splendid form was brought to light. O tiger among men, and the grass, the creeper plants, and the trees, and the gulma all turned into gold by the contact of that seed. Thereupon, the hosts of gods along with Indra, their ruler, brought together the boy thus born, as well as the Kritikas, the female deities, presiding over a group of 6 stars, forming the constellation of that name, in a body for the purpose of suckling the babe. Having arrived at the sublime understanding that the babe in question would be the son of them all, and determined accordingly, they suckled the boy as soon as he was born. Thereupon all the gods said, the boy will be celebrated in all the 3 worlds, heaven, earth, and the space intervening them, as a son of the Kritikas. There is no doubt about it. Hearing the aforesaid utterance of the gods, which was so agreeable to them, the Kritikas bade the babe that at first trickled down in the form of seed from the body of Lord Shiva. and again on its oozing from the womb of Ganga shone with supreme effulgence like fire. The gods named the mighty armed son of Kritikas, who was effulgent as fire, O scion of Kakushta, as Skanda, from the root Skand, to flow, because he had slipped from the womb of Ganga. Then there appeared milk, excelled by no other milk in the breasts of the Kritikas, and growing six-faced, the babe sucked the milk flowing from the breasts of all six together. Having sucked their milk only for a day, the boy, though tender of body, grew so powerful even then that he gradually conquered by sheer dint of his might several divisions of the demon army. Meeting together as the gods, headed by the god of fire, then installed with due ceremony that exceptionally glorious boy as the commander of the celestial forces. In this way has been told by me, O Ram, a detailed narrative of the Ganga, as also the story of the advent of Kumar, son of Lord Shiva, which confers wealth as well as religious merit on the hearer as well as on the reader. Nay, a man on earth who is devoted to Kartikeya, O scion of Kakushta, bids fair to attain longevity and an abode in the divine realm of Skanda along with his sons and grandsons. Thus ends Canto 37 in the Balakand of the glorious Ramayan of Valmiki, the work of a rishi and the oldest epic. So, आज के लिए यहाँ पे ख़त्म. Please watch my video, like my video, share my video and subscribe to my channel. Jai Shri Ram.